Good morning, traders. This is Shane Scott, the moderator of Newsware's Trade Talk. At Trade Talk, we're providing you with the most up-to-the-minute news on the market, along with the facts, themes, and short-term trading ideas for the day ahead. Joining me today is our trading anchor, Bill Olson, who brings over 30 years of institutional trading knowledge to our program. Let's get things started with our markets update. U.S. futures are sliding lower this morning, with S&P futures down 0.17%, Dow futures down 0.26%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.09%. Markets see losses today as concerns about the global economic outlook has weighed on risk sentiment. The real yield on the U.S. 10-year debt has fallen to a record low over concern the Delta virus variant will sabotage the economic recovery. Treasuries are moving higher ahead of this week's Federal Reserve meeting, where officials are expected to discuss the outlook for stimulus. The earnings season has been off to a positive start, yet concerns still linger in regards to the pace of economic growth and inflation. Several earnings this week from Wall Street's heavy hitters like Apple and Tesla may provide clues on the corporate recovery and outlook. In regards to recent trade tension, China has lashed out at U.S. policies in a white-knuckled start to high-level talks in Tianjin, declaring the relationship between the economies in a stalemate. Over in Europe, equities have fallen from an all-time high, with data showing German business confidence unexpectedly dropped in July. Over in Asia, shares in China and Hong Kong tumbled amid a sell-off in education tech companies after Beijing announced sweeping reforms over the industry. Bill, what are you seeing as far as market updates?
Well, Shane, I've been watching the S&Ps all morning, and they actually were a lot lower. They have been, coming back, so that's nice to see. They withheld, the barrage of the information coming out of China. You look at China, their regulatory division is really stamping on pressure on their equity companies out there, and all these Chinese stocks are trading lower today. You got Alibaba, ticker BABA, down 4.5%. You got JD.com, ticker JD, that's down 4.4% in the pre-market. So even though the S&Ps are just a shy off, down 0.17%. So that's a real positive. You got to think about what's going on this week. This is a big week for the market. And we're going to see some volatility. You have that FOMC meeting that starts tomorrow, and then there's going to be an announcement on Wednesday where they're probably going to be discussing how they're going to start doing the tapering. The rise in COVID infections is an issue, but the earnings announcements, we got a lot of earnings announcements this week from some of the major tech companies, and that's really going to be the directional situation or catalyst that's going to move the markets. The other thing I want to point out, too, is that long-awaited bipartisan deal on the U.S. infrastructure deal. That could be announced this week, possibly today. So that's a big positive. So this is what I'm looking for this week in the market, Shane.
Well, let's talk about earnings to watch. Bill, tell us what we've been seeing so far.
Let's talk about Checkpoint Systems. That's ticker CHPK, CHKP, Charlie, Henry, Kilo, Paul. These guys released earnings. They beat by 5 cents. They did it on higher revenue. You look at the stock, it's up 1% this morning. Hasbro beat by 57 cents on higher revenue. That was a big beat for them. Perkin-Elmer, that's ticker PKI, Paul, Kilo, India, they beat by 42 cents on higher revenue. And RPM International, that's ticker RPM, Richard, Paul, Michael. They beat by 37 cents on higher revenue, and that was also announced this morning.
How about insights as far as upcoming earning announcements?
Let's talk about the big one. That's Tesla. Tesla's earnings announcement is coming up this afternoon. That's ticker TSLA, Tom, Sam, Larry, Apple. We're looking for earnings estimate there at 92 cents, and we're looking for a move of 7.27% when they release. PKG, Paul, Kilo, Grace. This is a paper company. Earnings per share estimate is $1.77. The percentage change expected is 5.91%. J&J Snack Foods, that's ticker JJSF, John, Sam, Frank. The EPS estimate here is 77 cents, and the percentage change here expected is going to be 7.5%. UPS, they're releasing tomorrow morning. That's ticker UPS under Paul Sam. EPS estimate is $2.82. Expected move is 5.35%. 3M, that's ticker MMN, Michael. EPS estimate is $2.27. Expected move here is 7.5%. General Electric, ticker GE, their estimate is only 3 cents and their expected move is 3.67%. Stanley Black & Decker, that's ticker SWK, Sam William Kilo, EPS estimate is $2.88 and the percentage change expected is 4.63%. And let's round this out by Archer Daniel Midland, that's ticker ADM, Alpha David Michael, EPS here is 1.02 cents. And the percentage change expected is 3.41%.
Let's talk economic reports. Bill, tell us what we're seeing for reports today.
Here's a big one. 10 a.m. this morning, we have the new home sales coming out. This is going to be one that will really move the home builders. 10:30, we have the Dallas Fed manufacturing survey also coming out.
Moving into our morning's critical insights, starting things off with more news on China. So shares of major Chinese tech companies, including Tencent, ticker TME, Alibaba, ticker BABA, Pinduoduo, ticker BDD, and others are trading rapidly lower in pre-open this morning on fresh regulatory pressures from Beijing. U.S.-listed Tencent Music is down 15% this morning after the State Administration for Market Regulation ordered Tencent to give up its exclusive music licensing rights just last Saturday. Elsewhere, educational companies were banned on Friday from raising foreign capital, and it was a decision that sent shares of some companies sharply lower as well. Certainly more to follow on news with what's going on with the Chinese tech companies. But moving further, another news, Lumen, ticker LUMN, is set to sell its Latin American business to StoneSpeak for $2.7 billion. Lumen's share price is up 2.53% in pre-market. Other acquisition news, PerkinElmer, ticker PKI, is set to buy BioLegend for about $5.25 billion in cash and stock deal. Perkin share price is up 0.4% in pre-market. Motive Care, ticker MODV, is set to buy CareFinders for $340 million. RBC Bearings, ticker ROLL, is close to clinching a deal to acquire ABB's, and that's ticker ABB's mechanical transmission business valued between $2.5 billion and $3 billion. Negotiations are ongoing, and a deal, if reached, could be announced as early as this week, according to sources. ABB's share price is up 0.57% in pre-market. In other news, through a merger with Churchill Capital, Lucid Motors has become a publicly traded company on NASDAQ under the ticker symbol LCID and LCIDW. News on Beijing, ticker BGNE. The Beijing's treatment for mantle cell lymphoma has been approved in Canada. Beijing's share price is down 2.5% in pre-market. Lastly, for me, one on Philip Morris, ticker PM. Philip Morris is reportedly planning to stop selling cigarettes in the UK within the next 10 years and is taking its Marlboro brand off of British shelves. So CEO Jacek Olczak stated regarding the matter that he wants to allow this company to leave smoking behind. Philip Morris share price is down 0.08% in pre-market. Bill, what are you seeing as far as this morning's news?
Well, Shane, I break my news alerts down into specific sectors. I'm looking for events such as earnings. I'm looking for industries such as oil and other commodities. It just gives me the ability to jump quickly on a news movement that's going to create price action. I'm looking at my FANG alert as I do every morning, and one that struck out to me is Google, ticker GOOG. It's really one of the most it's really one of the companies that has to be concerned with this big tech hearing that's going on. The regulatory front is a real concern here. But you look at shares of Google this morning; they're actually up, 0.36%. Because why? These guys are going to be reporting their financials, their earnings tomorrow. So they're really positive on it. You look at what Snap did. Google's the largest advertiser out there, and you're going to expect the same sort of results from Google when they report tomorrow afternoon. You look at Apple, ticker AAPL. The iPhone launch appears to be on track. Baird came out and said Apple is well positioned for multiple years of growth because of 5G opportunities. You look at Amazon, that's ticker AMZN. There are multiple reports going out there right now that there's a possibility that Amazon may start to accept cryptocurrency payments by the end of this year. And Facebook, Bank of America They see Facebook reporting to the upside when they release their earnings on Wednesday. That was announced early this morning. Going over to my Dow 30 alert. Let's talk about Boeing, the ticker BA, boy, Apple. Ryanair Holdings reported earnings this week and earlier today. And in their report, the CEO said that they are looking into buying making a significant order with Boeing for the 737 MAX jet plane. This would be a real boost in the arm for Boeing. Yes, they want it. They're talking about price. They want it at a good price. Everybody does, but at the end of the day, Boeing makes their money by selling the planes and maintenance on the planes. So this is a good one for Boeing, ticker BA. Caterpillar, this is one that has to be on your watch list. CAT, Charlie Apple Tom. Infrastructure-related stocks have to be a watch because of the infrastructure bill. If it gets passed, you're going to see shares like Caterpillar and other raw material stocks start to rise today. So that's something you want to keep an eye out on for some of the Dow stocks. In terms of, the option activity, we really got to keep an eye on the Chinese stocks today. Alibaba, that's ticker BABA, 30-day option implied volatility is at 34 compared to the 52-week range of 24 to 56. Ticker EDU, Elvis David under. This is New Oriental Education. The 30-day option implied volatility is at 214 compared to the 52-week range of 36 to 215. TAL Education, it's ticker TAL, Tom, Apple, Larry. The 30-day option implied volatility is at 221 compared to the 52-week range of 38 to 221. So that's very interesting to me. In terms of events going on, Lindy, that's ticker LIN, Larry, India, Nancy at 8 a.m. this morning. They're starting their shareholders meeting, waiting for an event that may be announced, waiting for a news event that may be announced during the shareholders meeting today.
Let's talk about our Trade Talk picks for today. I'm picking 3M, ticker MMM. This is an earnings play. They've got an EPS estimate of $2.28 for their earnings announcement before tomorrow's open. And improving global macroeconomic trends and strengthening end market demand has benefited 3M in the first quarter of 2021. The same trends likely to continue this quarter. So I'm expecting them to see some positive momentum into their announcement tomorrow morning. And so I'm looking at that one. What's your pick looking like, Bill?
Well, I'm going with Package Corp of America. That's ticker PKG, Paul Kilo Grace. Earnings are out after the bell today. It's priced for a move of 5.91%. Think about inflation. Think about raising paper prices. This is beneficial to firms like PKG. They said so in their last report. It could be very positive. I think we're going to see a nice gain today in ticker PKG, and that's my stock for the day, Paul Kilo Grace.
Moving into what's hot off the press, the news is hitting the tape as we speak. That'll be moving the stocks today. Let's get into it. Bill, which are the ones we should be letting traders know about?
Let's talk about Norwegian Cruise Lines. That's ticker NCLH, Nancy, Charlie, Larry, Henry. They announced that the Jade set sail from Athens as the first ship in the company's fleet to relaunch.
Medallia, ticker MDLA, is to be taken private by Thoma Bravo in a $6.4 billion move.
See, Bitcoiners rising after that Amazon recruitment ad.
Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker BBBY, and Ryder, ticker R, have announced a partnership for Bed Bath & Beyond's merchandise distribution.
Here's one on Target. This is ticker TGT, Tom Grace Tom. Target partners with author and illustrator Christopher Robbins for kids' collections. He writes the Winnie the Pooh books. McKesson, that's ticker MCK, Michael Charlie Kilo. They raise their quarterly dividend by 12%.
Anything else interesting for you, Bill?
No, that's all I'm seeing today, Shane.
So I'll do it for what's hot off the press. Traders, keep in mind you can receive the same breaking news we do simply by subscribing at newsware.com. Check us out for a free trial. Moving into our scoreboard, talking about how our picks did from Friday. I had AstraZeneca, ticker AZN. It opened at $58.15 and went up to as high as $58.69 by about 1:30 p.m. for a 0.92% gain. The stock ended up closing a little bit lower, but still in the green at $58.23. So if you timed it right, it was almost 1% move, so not bad for a Friday. How did yours end up doing, Bill?
Well, I did Checkpoint Systems. That's ticker CHKP, Charlie Henry Kilo Paul. Stock opened up at $124.98, and it ran all the way up to $126. That's a 0.87% difference. It finished the day at $125.90, which is a 0.74% differential. Earnings came out this morning. They were solid. You look at the stock this morning, it's trading at $127.28. That's a 1.84% differential from Friday's opening price. So it was a good win.
Nice. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Trade Talk with Traders. You know what to do. Let's get out there. Let's make some green.